Today, a good one in store. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Baltimore Ravens.
Your 2026 Baltimore Ravens.
Let's get this going. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson, Eddie Pinheiro to get it started. Off we go here in the Inner Harbor. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback. You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
Open man is beaten. He's got him. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get that to Tez Walker. And now it's fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. Led out by the last pick in the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted first overall, or in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game. He simply gets the job done, and that's exactly what his team is counting on him today over these next 60 minutes.
Still first down.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver. It's second down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Third down, Purdy. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. That is Trey Hendrickson, the veteran, in there to record the sack.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on third down, that number just goes up.
The 49ers out for the punt. Lejante Wester deep for Baltimore. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready now for their second drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. D. Winter is there to bring him down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. But there is a flag on the field, and that is in the area where usually someone was held. Ronnie Stanley, the former 6th overall pick, guilty there. Second down, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single first down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait to their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Niners offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll send a tight end in motion. They run once more with McCaffrey. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Roquan Smith there to bring him down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
9 yards. And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. A tight end in motion now. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. He's into space past the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. A pickup there of 25 yards. It's good for a Niners first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now Purdy. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
That's another 49er first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Purdy. That one taken in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead.
Ravens nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They've had it twice and they've punted twice, still seeking that first down of the game as they begin this 3rd drive. The shotgun, here's Jackson. Off he goes. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
1 quarter in the books. The Niners have the early advantage. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38 as we are ready to get back underway. A 1st down throw for Jackson. He's got a man. It's Walker. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Jackson to his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore first down.
31-yard line.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and a yard. A give right up the middle to Henry. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And the Ravens are going to be set up 1st and goal. Nice run, getting them down to the 6.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Play action now. Jackson. That is caught by the tight end, Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens.
Touchdown, Ravens.
Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The extra point, up and good. And the Ravens will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. On the return, here comes Evans. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. So here's Brock Purdy, and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Kittle is the man in motion. They'll go play action with Purdy. That's caught downfield by Robinson. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why. Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. This one is caught by Robinson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down mark.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out 1st down and 10. One of the tight ends motions right. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Here's a handoff to Ali. And he'll take this up past the 40. Pick up a 5.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. Jackson going to keep it himself. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
You know, Mike, it's funny when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Now Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
It's a gain of 14.
They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
1st down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. He'll run again. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. That's in an area where usually this play gets erased.
Still 2nd down.
They'll send Flowers in motion. Jackson now on 2nd down. Flowers with the catch. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Second down, 8 yards to go. Back to throw, Jackson. Open man, that's Flowers. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. Now after that last play, we have an injured Raven. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Jackson out of the pistol. He'll step up and run this. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On first and 10, Jackson. And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 15-yard line.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. A touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. 49ers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They're trying to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, first and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Purdy now on second down. That is caught downfield by Pearsall. No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be first and goal. They've got it at the 3. That is a big gain for the 49ers. That's a gain of 72 yards.
San Francisco.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, 49ers.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Now Pinheiro to add on the extra point. His kick is good. And the 49ers will move out to a 14-7 lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Dejounte Wester now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Jackson. He finds his tight end. That's Smythe. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Off the play fake. Jackson. To the right side, he's got Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another 1st down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
They're running on 1st down with Henry. They converge on quickly. He'll only get a couple. C.J. West in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's a bootleg with Jackson. All alone is the tight end, Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, this is one of those times where you really see the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not the days of just go past the 1st down, turn around, catch it, and fall. We see so many guys around the league that with the ball in their hand, they're almost more running back than they are tight end. You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Off play action. He'll set up to throw.
Jackson's pass. Complete to Durham Smythe. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here comes 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. He'll try to run for it. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
Yards. That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 28.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On the give, here's Henry. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
A gain of 4 yards.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. On the option, they give it to Henry. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5.
Had ourselves a bit of a one-man wrecking crew out there for a minute, huh, Mike? I mean, dishing out punishment to every defender in his way. I'll tell you, the next guy who comes in one-on-one, he's going to have that run in the back of his mind.
On the ground, they go with Ali. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2. Now it's Jackson. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
4th down, you want to make sure you give your quarterback the option to keep the ball in his hands, and that's exactly what they decided to do, and the defense was ready. They played assignment football, everyone did their job, and they come up with a huge 4th down stop.
The 49ers offense back onto the field for their next possession. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. Open man, it's the tight end, Jake Tonjes. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and the first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's second down. He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. And it'll be second down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. The second down throw is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Again in the air for Purdy. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable, and as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Ravens offense ready to get back to work. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Play action now. Jackson. That is left side and caught by Flowers. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page. And that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Throw on the run is complete.
Complete to Mark Andrews. Out of bounds at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 7. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Ali. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward, gain of about 5.
Osa on the stop. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. They put Smythe in motion. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Offense. Still second down.
Second down, Jackson. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Timing and anticipation, those are the critical elements anytime you're throwing a ball outside of the numbers. If the quarterback waits too long, Mike, that receiver just gets closer and closer to the sideline and just makes what should have been a much easier throw and catch an incomplete pass.
A little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. And it sets up fourth down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
That is caught at the 3. And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line. A gain of 26 yards, and the decision to go for it winds up being a good one.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from...
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. Kittle is the man in motion. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 8. Again, it's McCaffrey. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
On third down, it's Purdy. Open man is Robinson. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. What a big play for the special teams unit, Greg. They get the block and the score. A big swing that starts with getting to the kicker.
Yeah, exactly right, Mike. And anytime you drop a successful punt block rush, it starts with identifying the breakdown of the protection unit. In this case, they found that weak link. They were able to exploit it. It leads not only to the block, but to the touchdown.
On is Luke to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead.
49ers 14.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Niners offense ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Purdy. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
A run here with McCaffrey. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. Will put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
The 49ers out to punt this one. And remember, the last time they tried this, he had it blocked. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Ravens offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. The Niners use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
run with Ali. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. They put Smythe in motion. On second down, it's Ali. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. The Niners will use their third and final timeout. Talk things over before third down. They'll go once more with Ali.
Typically, I'm the first one to be screaming up here to keep your offense on the field. Be aggressive and go for it. But I think at this stage of the fourth quarter, possessions are at a premium. I think you take this field goal, make it a 2-possession game, and I think now it's really hard for your opponent to have enough time to come back.
The offense is out there, 4th and inches. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
The Niners offense ready to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Kittle is the man in motion. Throwing on first down is Purdy. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll drop to throw. In the middle of the field, he's got Evans. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one, a gain of 18.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Another try, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Purdy. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. And a nice game there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Purdy gonna put it up again. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds after a gain of only a couple.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Back to the air again is Purdy. It's complete to Evans. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Throwing again is Purdy. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up first and goal.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.